With other studs, I mean, I think every stud has this thing. Every stud produces something or a trait that they have on that they pass on. Obviously, Magoo's straight. Everybody knows his bone. Okay, he also passes it on. It's also head. He does have a trait, which is the neck and shoulders that Dax has. He does pass it on. Would I say he passes it on more than Dax? Probably not. I think Dax would be probably the key ingredient for neck and shoulders if you're looking to add that to your program. Magoo will add bone. He will shrink backs. He will put really extreme large heads on any dogs. I got females off of Magoo that are measuring 14 inches. Not even adults yet, and they already have 22, 23 inch heads. I got a boy in there that's 10 months off of Magoo. We'll show him a little bit later to you guys. He's going to be 10 months. He's not 10 months. He's Magoo's oldest born son. His head's already 24 inches. So when it comes to substance, girth, bone, and head size, Magoo's the key ingredient. How does he compare to a lot of the other dogs, at least in the show ring? I think Magoo's a champ as an overall dog. I think he's the ideal American bully. Is he the best show ring dog? Probably not. He doesn't move as graceful as, you know, most judges would like him to. But then again, this is a bully. It's not an American pit bull, right? So he's got his ups, he's got his downs. There's no such thing as a perfect dog. But as of right now, I can't be more happy with any other dog that I've ever produced or owned. And there's not many dogs out there that, you know, really would stack up to Magoo, to be honest. As in Magoo's market, and we're talking productions, puppies, studs, Magoo gets studded literally 3 times a week, sometimes 4 times a week. That's why I can't keep his weight on. He gets collected a lot, he gets bred a lot. It seems like it never stops. Every time I want to give him a break to get some weight on him for a show, something comes up, someone calls, someone wants a stud. I can't refuse money. I mean, why else would I do this for, right? His pups are sold probably 4 to 6 months ahead of time. It's very rare that I ever have a pup available. The only time I do have a pup off of Magoo available is when I get a pup where someone backed out of a deal, didn't come up with the money on time, you know, pretty much lost their deposit and left me with a pup to sell to someone else. That's the only time I ever have pups off of Magoo. They're very rare occasions. You guys can see from our website, when you go on it, they're pre-sold. He's got pups everywhere. He's got pups in Spain, he's got pups in Italy, he's got pups in France, Belgium, Indonesia. I got pups going to Korea and China right now. Brazil, I just shipped a pup to Brazil yesterday. Shipping 2 more to Brazil next week. We got some in Argentina. We got some in Puerto Rico. Vietnam. We got dogs off of Magoo everywhere. Matter of fact, I've even sent dogs to the Middle East off of Magoo. It's a very new market. Ireland, England, Scotland, those are a very new market. Every one of them has at least one Magoo production over there. I've even shipped semen overseas. I've had some pregnant females that were sent here, bred to Magoo, confirmed and shipped back. So there's quite a bit of Magoo offsprings all over the world. But that has a lot to do with also the Muscle Tone Bully program. We're an international kennel, so we deal with a larger market than just the United States. We look at a bigger picture here. Everybody asks me, you know, is Magoo Dax's best son? Is he Dax this? Is he Dax that? Obviously, Magoo's a Dax son, without any questions. Dax has a lot to do with Magoo. I wouldn't have bred to Dax if I didn't think Dax could do the job. Magoo is mostly his mom, Stella. Okay. This breeding was really planned correctly and thought out for a long time. I've talked to a lot of big name breeders and big name studs that were lined up for Stella. The one that fit was Magoo. To produce Magoo was Dax, I'm sorry. If you've ever seen a picture of Stella or a video of Stella, you'll know that his bone comes from his mom, that even the shape of his head comes from his mom, his back comes from his mom, his rear comes from his mom, his chest strap comes from his mom. What Dax did add is that muzzle, the eyes, which I would say it's a 50-50 with the eyes, because he's got the style of eyes Dax produces, but that eyeliner comes definitely from his mom. It's a very common trait that she passes on. The shoulders and neck is 100% Dax. When I bred to Dax, I was looking for that shoulder and that neck, because that is the most impressive feature Dax has. That's Dax's signature. You know, anytime I see a dog with neck and shoulders, right away you know it's Dax line. And sometimes you get that head shape off of Dax, not often, but you do get it. I wanted that head shape, and I think Dax incorporated his head shape quite a bit into Magoo. blended in with Stella a little bit. I think Dax has a little bit higher skull, which I also like. I would have preferred a little bit more of that on Magoo. Unfortunately, I didn't get it, but I'm still very satisfied with the head structure Magoo did get. Now, a lot of people always ask me, well, why did you choose Stella for Dax? Well, Dax's weakness is rear, and Stella's strongest point, because of Denzel, is definitely the rear. Okay, Denzel does not produce himself look-wise in the front. Denzel produces himself in the rear always. Anytime we bred to Denzel, we wanted rear. Okay, that is his strongest suit. This is probably what makes Magoo have one of the better rears out of all the Dax line dogs out there. So Magoo's the only dog in his litter that's this nice. He's got a brother named Sambo in Belgium, producing left and right just like Magoo is. Head just as big, bone just as big. Coloring his color is a little bit off. He's a white with a tri-patch on his eye, so it's not the most attractive look. But he's a very, very nice bully. He's got a sister Barbie, which is my best producing female ever. She's produced a male named Triad, one that's named Jack Frost, Meatball, Snowball. She produced Moulin Rouge, and John, what's your dog's name? Pearl. Just Pearl's another one of our white females on our website. I mean, just a phenomenal producer. Everything she touches is a hit. No different than Magoo. He's got a sister named Rapones, who just champed out. Most probably will champ out before the end of the year. We brought her back from Belgium just for the ring. So he's not the only dog in the litter. This was not a one dog litter. It was a full hit all the way around. If I still have Stella, I'd do it again. But unfortunately, Stella's in Vietnam now. She was sold for a good chunk of money, so couldn't say no. It is what it is. But we have Barbie, we have Rapones, their daughter. We also had Smoke, who we bred to Magoo and produces a phenomenal upcoming pup, which is double Stella. Right now, actually, what we're doing a lot with, Dave Wilson's involved in, is we had Henny brought back, and we're breeding. Henny is Stella's littermate sister. We're breeding Magoo to her. And my buddy Q over here, he owned Miss Berry. He bred Magoo to Miss Berry. The litter was such a hit that, we bought Miss Berry back, and we're breeding her to Magoo again. Q disagrees. He doesn't want me to repeat it, but I'm going to repeat it because it's a hit. And unfortunately, there were no males out of that litter that survived, so we would like to see a male out of that, so we're going to do it again. We're doubling up a lot on Stella right now. We've doubled up a lot on Dax. We've done that combo. It's worked great for us. But it seems to us doubling up on Stella, we're getting more bone, more substance, and we need more of that. And also, we don't want to lose the rear, so trying to incorporate more of that as well. I know a lot of people notice we do a lot of Yoshi. Obviously, Yoshi was my main stud before Magoo. Yoshi's a great dog. Put head size on anything he touches. I don't care if it's a poodle. The problem with Yoshi, he destroyed rears. He put head, he took rears away. I didn't have that problem with Dax. Although Dax's rear wasn't the best, even though he put everything on the dog I needed, he did not take away from the rear, which is pretty good. So I prefer to work with the Dax line than the Rock and Ruby line to incorporate more with, Stella and that Denzel Mia combination that we have. A lot of people ask me, was Magoo going to grand champ? Yeah. The answer is Magoo is not going to grand champ. Magoo is done. Magoo is definitely champion material. I believe he's grand champion material. The thing with Magoo is he's an overly done dog, but still clean enough for the ring, which is very, very, very rare. I know Dax is a grand champion. I don't know how things go down in California, but over here the judges are a little different on the East Coast, okay? Magoo is not perfect, by no means. He moves like a bully, does not gracefully float in the ring. Because Magoo also hates the ring. He hates it. He hates being in the ring. The only person who can handle this dog is Julie Cowell. She's a phenomenal handler. Magoo will not let anyone touch him. I have tried other handlers. No success whatsoever. He won't let people walk him. He won't people let a leash on him. There's only two people that can really walk Magoo. It's me and Julie. He doesn't let anybody else touch him, handle him. Definitely does not like his backhand touched. He's not aggressive by no means. He just, he just gets fidgety, moves around, doesn't sit still. He doesn't like the ring. He's not a ring dog. He was not born for the ring. Did he champ out? Yes, he champed out. He champed out because he walked in that ring, he sat in that pocket class, and he made every other dog in there look like a puppy, when he was the only pup in the class. He champed out. He was 12 months old, so he wasn't that old either. He's not 2 yet. But when you have a dog with that much bone, substance, and head size at 12 months, sitting in a pocket class where every other dog in there looks like a game dog next to him, it's kind of hard for the judge to take his eyes off him. But when you get into the champion class, now we're talking something different. Now you got your extremes, you got your standards, you got your excels, you got everybody else, you know, even your classics sitting in the ring. How can such an overly done pocket compete with a classic who's floating in the ring? And I think that's what scares a lot of people from the ring. That's why a lot of bully breeders don't show in the ABKC. It's something I would love to see a change in the future in. I would love judges to pick more dogs, more like Magoo, like Dax, like Cashpot, Havoc. I think Havoc's a phenomenal example of perfect bully. I'd like to see them pick more dogs like that, honestly. Phenom's a phenomenal dog. I don't know why he's not in the ring, why he's not championing him out. There's a lot of dogs out there that I think definitely belong in the ring. I saw Jackpot the other day, and that dog is just breathtaking, you know. I want to see dogs like that champ out. Unfortunately, judges don't pick them. They pick these perfectly classic pit bull looking dogs, and I think the more they keep picking dogs like that, the less the titles of the dogs will matter. I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to change that very, very, very much. A lot of Magoo's daughters and sons right now are very, very bully, just as bully as him, and I'm expecting to surpass him, but they're clean. They can be shown in the ring. And within next year, you guys will see a lot of Magoo offspring that are going to champion out. A lot. Jelly Bean, if anyone has looked at her, she's on my website. She's got a monster head, monster bone, and a beautiful conformation, phenomenal rear and everything. She's a perfect example of her father. We have a dog named Boss. It's Magoo's oldest son, owned by Jean over there. Also a phenomenal dog. I expect him to champion Grand Champ out. He's also a beast. Hopefully we'll get him on camera later on. We have him here today. There's a few other upsprings coming off of Magoo that nobody even know about yet that we're going to be popping out later on that are definitely going to be in the ring, and they're not only going to champ out, they're not only going to shut the ring down, but they're going to be bullied. So I plan on definitely changing the way people look at the show ring in the ABKC. Hopefully judges see it my way. If they don't, well, people still buy dogs from us, so whatever. Magoo gets all kinds of offers. I've been offered anywhere between $30,000 from Magoo to $180,000 from Magoo. They're all rejected, obviously. He's still here. It would be stupid for me to sell him for that much. This dog brings in $20,000 to $25,000 in stud fees alone every month. I've built a whole kennel facility off of his studs before he was even 15 months. Paid him cash. This dog is my golden goose. Without him, I don't know what I would do. So it would be stupid for me to sell him. Does he have a price? Everything in my yard has a price. Everything. I breed to sell. I love my dogs. I hope nobody takes this the wrong way. I play with my dogs. I train my dogs. My dogs are well fed. They're well maintained. The kennel facility is well taken care of. Everything is top notch. We don't neglect anything here. But everything here is to make money. If they're not making me money, they're out of it. Nothing personal. Okay, this is a business. I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, we don't breed for the money. We do it for the love of the dogs." First of all, if you're breeding and producing dogs and selling them for cheap or giving them away and you're just doing it for the fun of breeding, you should be ashamed of yourself, honestly. Because all you're doing is producing maybe dogs that are not worth much to the people. They're gonna end up in pounds. You're adding up to the population of dogs for what? For the fun of it, for the game of it. It's no different than someone who's going to hunt for the game of hunting. Okay? I have nothing against hunting when it's to feed yourself. I have nothing against breeding when it's to feed your family and make money. I don't see it. I don't see how people can say, "Oh, you breed for the money, that's messed up." No, you should be breeding for the money. Why else would you do it? It's a business. If you're breeding for the fun of it, it's mentally wrong with you. You need to get help. Seriously. Okay? It's not a hobby. This is not a joke. These are living creatures. If you're multiplying them and reproducing them for a good reason, go for it. That's a good reason. You're making money. But it's for your ego, to show off how much you can do, what you can do, brag about it on Facebook. You need help. You honestly need help. Find another hobby. Magoo's obviously everybody knows is Atomic Dogs, one of his four mascots this year for 2013. They called me left and right, kept begging me. Larry was an awesome guy. Herb is a phenomenal guy too from Atomic Dog. They really wanted him on the magazine. I think it was a great investment. I think him being the mascot is really cool. I probably would do it again if I had to. Stack Up magazine has always supported us, has supported Muscle Tone Bullies. I remember Magoo being one of the first dogs on their cover, one of the first few issues. A lot more of my dogs are going to be in their issues. Atomic Dog has always supported us also. Yoshi, Stella, they've all been in Atomic Dog magazines as well in the past. there's a magazine in Europe. A lot of our dogs have been there, from Hellboy to Magoo to Yoshi and other of our offsprings that are out there overseas. A lot of people know we've also purchased Romeo, Dax's father. So, you know, he campaigned for us quite a bit overseas. So, but as an overall, Magoo is definitely has brought more to this kennel, but as well to society. We've auctioned out Magoo to help a baseball park for Stack Up magazine. We've also auctioned out a stud to Magoo to help Nick Berchier's family, for he passed away on July 4th, 2013. Well, actually his accident was on July 4th, 2013. He died a few days later. He was a great breeder. His kennel was Blue Steel Pits. He's an old school breeder. He's been around at least 13, 14 years. He's the first person to bring Razor's Edge to Michigan, actually, for people that didn't know that. Nick was a phenomenal man, and helping his family was very important to me. I'm still helping them, actually. When we videotape the kennels later on, when you go down there, you'll see a lot of his dogs in my yard because I took them from there, you know, to make room for the family to help out right now in their tough moments. Of course, Magoo will be doing other cherries and events. We got something going on this Saturday. We're going to auction something else out for Magoo for a kid that has cancer. So we try our best to give back, not just steak for Magoo. There's plenty of money coming in. There's no need for us not to share it. So we're not greedy. We're not selfish. We stand behind our product. So enough money flowing in for us to pass it around to good causes. All right, the question that I get at least 20 times a day. If I sold a pup for every time I get this question, I'd retire next year. Honestly, I'd be set for my life, my kids, the rest of their lives. Honestly, it would be ridiculous. I get this question every day. What do you feed your dog? What does Magoo eat? Okay, Magoo eats, you guys ready? Retriever dog food from Tractor Supply Plus. $21.99 a bag for 50 pounds. You get a 10% coupon, you get it for 18 bucks. You buy a pallet, you get another 5% off, you get the bags for $16, okay? It's cheap dog food. I got 30 dogs to feed. If I had to feed them the expensive stuff, it would eat up to my profit. My veterinarian that I see is Dr. Wilson. He's a very well-known vet in Michigan. He's in Washington, Michigan. He's actually got 5 clinics all over Michigan. He specializes in reproduction. I've spoken to him many times. He has different opinions about what's a good food, what's not a bad food. But I always remember the one time he said, dogs have ate cheap dog food for centuries, or for a whole century. Even in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s, they fed scrap to dogs, garbage to dogs, and leftovers, and dogs have done just fine. What's keeping dogs alive today is medicine, okay? Medicine, also good breeding, okay? Trying to have a better product, a more healthier product. Over here, Magoo is dysplasia checked, and his hips are good. I'd love them to be excellent, but they're good. No murmur, no skin issues, no allergies, no nothing, everything's checked. So we do that with all our females as well. We do run in sometimes with Dimidex problem. It's a recessive gene. We try not to breed any females with Dimidex. As far as we know, if they have it, we don't breed them, but for some odd reason, every now and then we get an odd pup that has it. We guarantee our product, so that's not an issue at all. If it's a problem, we replace it. As well as if we sell a dog that ends up with any type of genetical disease, we'll replace it. Matter of fact, I'll even replace a dog if I look at it and I don't think it's worthy of the muscle tone name. So people pay us a lot of money here. I mean, our dogs are $3,500 to $15,000 a pup. I'd hate for someone to give me $5,000 and show up with a dog that's not worthy of my kennel name and walk around and say I paid $5 grand for that. That would kill my reputation, and it would be dishonest to the customer as well from our part. So we replace dogs like that. We've done it. Many customers. Hasn't happened very often. I think maybe it's happened 5 times in my history of breeding, but if it does happen, we back up our product for that reason. (761-1505) 248-761-1505. Our main kennel is here in Michigan, in Armada, Michigan to be exact. We have kennels all over the world, you know, from Belgium, France, Spain, Italy, Indonesia, Thailand, China real soon. We just opened up the UK market, which covers pretty much England, Scotland, and Ireland. And we're working on Australia right now, which is a very tricky situation, but we're working on that. So you can find us almost anywhere. You need to get a hold of me to find out if there's anything close to you, if you're out of state or out of the country. hit me up. We'll find something for you. If not, we ship worldwide. Okay, when it comes to shipping, I have one of the best shipping agency. Her name is Susan. She's a great woman. Matter of fact, she has her own reality show. She's something great. She can do anything. This woman can ship anything to anywhere. She can send it off. Semen, no problem. We ship semen anywhere. I know some countries are very typical about receiving semen. We can get it done. One way or another, we'll find a way. If you really want to breed to Magoo, we'll get it done for you. Quarantine, if you're living on an island where there's quarantine, don't worry about that. We'll cut some quarantine times out. We do titers on all our puppies that are going over to an island where quarantine is requested. We don't want to see a dog do 4 months, 6 months of quarantine. That is ridiculous. It's unhealthy for the dog and dangerous. We'll do our best to make sure you do 1 week, 30 days, if any at all. Depending on what country you're going, obviously. Laws vary. Sometimes we have to fly out and deliver the dogs ourselves to avoid certain custom issues. We'll do that. We're traveling all the time. I'm out of the country literally at least once or twice a month. So it's not a problem at all either. So again, anytime you're looking for something, let us know. But please understand and be patient with us. We have a lot of clients, we have a lot of customers. We'll deliver the product you want. There is a little of a wait, you know. You can't throw puppies left and right. Females take 2 months to conceive. There's a couple more months before the dogs are ready to even leave a home, and if they're going overseas, even longer. So work with us, be patient. We usually reserve a pup before they're born, look at the breedings. We'll give you advice and tell us what you're looking for, and we'll direct you in the right breeding and where to reserve a pup from, so on and on. We work with you also. It's a $1,000 deposit, and the remaining is due at 6 weeks. It gives you plenty of time from the time the dog conceives to the dogs are old enough to leave, to pay them off. And we handle everything from shipping to all that, so you don't have to worry about any of that. It's very, very professional, very smooth process.